What is up, everybody? Kenji back for another edition of Drafting with Numot here on the Card Kingdom YouTube page. This time, Vintage Cube is all done, and now we have Modern Cube, so not gonna be anywhere near as powerful as the previous draft format, obviously, but you can still do a lot of fun things here. As you can see, a lot of the newer cards in the most recent sets are also in this format, but this is a format that I found is largely dominated by Planeswalkers. Maybe that's to no surprise, as Planeswalkers are one of the most powerful card types, if not the most powerful card type. And this cube being less powered than Vintage Cube or whatever makes it so Planeswalkers kind of thrive in that environment. Anyways, let's jump right into the first pack. And we have a few different routes we can go. I think I might just first pick Dream Trawler, but I do love myself a Chromatic Lantern. Pestermite is in this, but as modern, does not have Splinter Twin legal in the format. Kiki Jiki is the only combo piece that you can do with that. But let's just take the Dream Trawler and see what we can end up in, as I do think Blue-White is a pretty solid archetype in this format. Now, I think the main thing, and I mentioned this earlier when I alluded to the power of Planeswalkers, is that you need to get like good Planeswalker removal if you're not fighting with Planeswalkers yourself. But that's not necessarily. Of course, you can do your own things. It's just, don't be surprised if we run into games where Planeswalkers take over. I'm probably just going to take the Spell Queller here after first picking the Dream Trawler. Now, normally I wouldn't take a card like Dream Trawler, pick one, pack one, just because it doesn't leave you very open. But the card is clearly busted. And, you know, I kind of want to just try it. So even though normally I would have probably taken the, I think Wooded Foothills was in the previous pack, or even the Chromatic Lantern, I decided to take the Dream Trawler. And now let's just follow that up with something like a Spell Queller. Maybe we can go like Blue-White Tempo style of deck. As we get Kithian, Nahiri, Muldrifter, Terminus. Careful Consideration, also very good. Might just take the Muldrifter here. Nothing too else interests me. Muldrifter, Careful, both good. Let's go with the creature. Ooh, and now we have a nice little Geist of St. Traft, Sun Titan, Condescend, Gear Hulk. Looks like we're going to go a little bit... I mean, we have a lot of creatures for the blue-white style deck already. Normally I'd like to go more of a control style, but I think I'm probably going to take the Geist over the Condescend. I don't know if that's correct, though. I love counters. Counters in this format are very good. Not quite sure. And if I don't really have any way to back up the Geist of St. Traft, like, it's not going to be that great anyways. So let's take the Condescend and see maybe we can, like, wheel the Geist, but don't count on it. Okay, in this pack we have the nice Signet. They do have the Cycle of Signets in this format. Passing only like a Sacred Foundry would be a consideration, but hard to pass a Signet. That's one of my colors already. Ooh, and here we go. Gadwick or Foff. Fact or Fiction. Do love me some good Craterhoof Behemoth, especially in these cube formats. But we're not going down that route. I think we probably want to take the Foff here. There's like a small chance that Gadwick wheels. This pack still has 10 cards in it, but it'd have to be one of the last two picks, so... not super likely to get that. Wow, super late Jiraga Tree Speaker, too. Of course, that card is very good. Aptly named the Green Soul Ring, of course. Don't really see a reason to pivot out of what I've done and take it, though. When we have a perfectly fine Tempest Djinn. And now a Compulsive Research, probably over the Reflecting Pool, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, Reflecting Pool is okay even in a two-color deck because of the mana requirements we're going to have, but card draw is too nice. Wield the Foothills is kind of surprising. So Questing Beast gone, Chromatic Lantern gone, among other things. Let's just take the Repeal. And a nice little Martial Coup, not bad. Again, it looks like we're going to be a little bit heavier on the creature front as far as a blue-white deck is concerned, so maybe Martial Coup is not going to be at its best, because you usually want to cast this as like a Wrath effect, but still not a bad pickup, I'd say. We'll see if we wheel the Geist of St. Traft. I'd be pretty surprised. Careful Consideration wheeling is also a pretty big surprise to me. It's either that or Nahiri. And again, don't really see a reason to pivot out of what I've done so far, even though it appears green is somewhat open. I'll just take the careful consideration. Not a bad start, though. It's going to be important for me to pick up some nice fixers. Wow, we did wheel the Geist. We did wheel the Sun Titan. So Sun Titan really doesn't combo with any of the cards I have, well, any of the permanent cards that I have right now. Although it does work rather nicely with like Compulsive, Factor Fiction, or Careful Consideration as it gets back lands. But I think I'd rather have the cheap creature here. The one that's not only hard to deal with, but just a quick clock on its own. And yeah, you can see how open green is with the last pick Craterhoof. Although I think Pyroclasm is probably a better potential sideboard choice for us. So let's just take that. Modern Cube. Not as good as Legacy, not as good as Vintage, but powerful cards nonetheless. As we open a decent pack here for us with a bunch of good blue-white cards. Frost Titan, Monastery Mentor, Declaration Stone, Search for Iskanta. Kind of like taking the Mentor here. Yeah, I think that card looks pretty good. I'm just looking to pick up all the counters that I can, though, man. If I can get like a Remand or Mana Leak, Spell Pierce, Mana Tithe, that type of thing, that's really what we're looking for. How about a Glacial Fortress, though, for some fixing over Urza? That seems okay. I would probably take Marsh Flats if I already had a Hollowed Fountain, I guess. But remember, as this is Modern Cube, you have a lot fewer of the actual dual lands, especially the ones that have the dual types. So no Tundras in this format, obviously, but you do have the Hollowed Fountain. Just take the Fortress, play it safe. Okay, a few decent choices here. I think I like Mind Stone a little bit more than any of the other options here, though. Thalia could be good if I went the blue-white creature route, but I don't think we're doing that. So Mind Stone and maybe Wheel like the Condemn could be great. Face Fetter is also pretty good, but I didn't want something so expensive. Ooh, how about a Teferi? How's that for a fun card? Quote-unquote fun. I'm not going to say Planeswalkers are a mistake, but some Planeswalkers were a mistake, especially ones with static abilities. Just, they're not fun to play against. They're so powerful. I'm going to take it here, and maybe we will cast out or negate. Oh, man. So this is another really tough pick here because Elspeth Sun's Champion is bonkers. But with that being said, we have the only duel that we're going to get in these colors, and I think I just need to take the land. It is so good for us. I would be very surprised if we wheeled Elspeth, but again, I don't think I can pass the Hollowed Fountain. Glass Casket for maybe some a little bit of early interaction. Temporal Mastery is a little bit too expensive, and we're not really setting ourselves up for that. Mutavault is like fine, but I think Casket's the pick there. Okay, another decent pick. Can take a blue Signet here if we want to. Can take a Spellskite if we want to. Can take a Quarantine Field if we want to. All solid cards. I think the Quarantine Field gets a little bit better in this format because of all the walkers, so let's take that. Sphinx's Revelation, a Wall of Omens, and a Karn. Interesting. So I don't think we need the Sphinx's Rev. We have quite a few card draw effects already, and not like you can have enough card draw effects, but I don't think this is going to be a deck that needs the Sphinx's Rev. Could take Wall of Omens as just an early thing to do, stave off some damage, cycle, or could just take the Planeswalker. It's going to be hard to pass the Planeswalker here when I already have 2 mana rocks on turn 2 to ramp into. Glorybound Initiate could be a sideboard card, but otherwise we're not going to play any of these. I don't think we're going to end up splashing red anymore this far into the draft. So we should have some cards that we can wheel. I think Negate is my number one that I want. I think I'm going to start off with a Martial Coup in the sideboard as well, just because we're so heavy creature-based as far as a blue-white deck is concerned. Although, I guess we don't have, like, for a blue-white creature deck, I say, but we only have like 5 creatures in the deck. Treasure Map seems good, so does Oust. It's interesting. I think I like taking the treasure map here. It's very good with Karn. Oust is great, cheap interaction, but... Alright, there we go. Let's wheel the Condemn. Perfect. Face Fetters is better versus the Walkers, but I think I want the creature, the cheap creature removal here instead. Cast Out, there we go. Great. Good solid removal with cycling. There is a world where I could sideboard in like the Either Sphere Harvester versus a red deck or another aggro deck. And last few dredges of picks. Alright, so pretty decent pack 2 for sure. Now we just need to get a few more filler cards. Mainly counters would be great in this pack 3, but we aren't in a good spot. Another good card would be like the Approach of the Second Sun for backup WinCon. Oh, Flooded Strand, beautiful. Damn. I mean, Force of Negation is bonkers in this format, and it lets me tap out. I wonder if I'm actually supposed to take the Force of Negation over Flooded Strand. It seems crazy. Like, there aren't many, again, fixers in this format, or at least comparatively to some of the other cubes. Because I think, there's like Seachrome Coast, and is there Celestial Colonnade? I think there's also Celestial Colonnade, but other than that, there aren't any other blue-white lands, so this is hard. Flooded Strand or Force of Negation, I am not sure what's the better pick. It might actually be Force. This card is just so good. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Sorry, Flooded Strand. Some more fine cards here. Nothing that I'm too happy to take. Jace is okay. Spirit and Stratus Dancer don't really cut the deck, or make the deck. Banishing Light's fine. Archive I don't think we really need. I might just take the Jace. Like, honestly, the best pick here might actually be like Silumgar and consider splashing it. I have Orzhov's Signet already for black and Treasure Map, which can add black later on. I don't think I'm losing much here. Let's just take the Silumgar, and maybe if we get some other black fixing, we'll play it. We did get some black fixing here. There's a Drowned Catacomb. I'm just going to take the Serum Visions. Another very good card in this format is Immortal Sun, again, because of the amount of Planeswalkers, but I can't pass. Serum Visions is just too good. Perfect. That is exactly what I was looking for. Mana Leak, Remand, Spell Pierce. Some early counter interaction is just so important, I think, in this style of deck. Glad to have it. Ooh, and there is the Colonnade. Okay. I will take that over Wrath of God. No problem. Good, good, good. Let's see. Brawl's Expertise is a fine Magic card. I don't think it necessarily makes the cut here. So let's just take the Dark Slick Shores in case we do end up playing the Silumgar. Though I am not going to necessarily need it right now with the power level of our deck. And yeah, we can just take the Tammy now. That is the 23rd, excuse me, the 23rd card. And almost certainly going to make the cut. I like it. Nice little blue-white control deck here. I mean, I don't think there's any way that we wield a Flooded Strand, but even without it, we have 3 good pieces of fixing, and a lot of the cards that you would want out of this type of deck. I mean, I didn't get like Cryptic Command or Mana Tithe even, but it's not a huge deal. We did pick up Arid Mesa though. Okay, so not shabby. Arid Mesa is similar to Flooded Strand because we do have the Hollowed Fountain. Otherwise, it will just find white, but hey, we'll take it. Pretty solid deck here, I think. Maybe just one more WinCon would have been nice. In fact, maybe I do want to play this Martial Coup after all and shave the repeal instead. This is kind of like just a nice catch-all, I suppose. Okay, Figure, Spear, Looter. All cards were very unlikely to play. But I think Looter has the most potential out of any of those. Even as a sideboard, I don't think we would bring in, like, the Spear of Heliod, even, like... So, yeah, with Martial Coup, we can make a bunch of 2/2s, but that doesn't seem good enough. Stratus Dancer and Banishing Light on the wheel. Is there a chance that I want to run this Stratus Dancer? Probably is. It's not awful. Yeah, we wield the Immortal Sun too. Jeez. And the Journey. Okay, Journey replaces the Glass Casket. Right. Yeah. Journey just straight up better than Glass Casket. So is the Immortal Sun worth running here? I have Tammy, I have Karn, and I have Teferi, so it is slightly awkward, but we can always bring it in versus another Planeswalker heavy deck, and then maybe sideboard out Tammy. I mean, you can still run Planeswalkers in a deck that runs the Immortal Sun. Obviously, it's just a lot more awkward. Question is that Stratus Dancer something that I want? Or maybe I can cut the Careful Consideration and then run the Stratus Dancer instead. Like, I think we're pretty good on the card draw route. I think I like this. And let's go 9-8 in favor of blue, but I guess we have how many? Get access to 4 lands. So we're going to have 13, so 7-6 favor of blue. Looks good. Okay. Modern Cube. Blue-white control. Let's go to round 1 and see how we do. Okie dokie. Here we go for round 1 of this Modern Cube draft. We are on the draw. Ooh, and we have a pretty sketchy hand. I like this hand. I think if it had one more spell instead of one of these lands, I would keep it, but 6-land Mana Leak is a little bit too sketchy for me, and yeah, you can just see how much better this hand looks. We'll keep this one for sure. I think I like pitching the treasure map here, as Serum Visions can help set us up into a turn 4 Tammy off of Signet. Condescend, also a fine draw for some early interaction, even though we are on the draw, so it's a little bit worse. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to top both of these here. And what I can do now is, because I'm drawing another 2-mana rock artifact that ramps, I can just turn 2 pass with Condescend open for 1. Oh, well, I lied. I was going to say, I can pass with turn 2 Condescend open for 1, and then on turn 3, I could play double mana rock, so I'd still have turn 4 Tammy. But since our opponent took that, we can just run out the Signet. And then next turn we can go Mind Stone into Geist, and then the turn after Tamiyo. Abrupticate my Signet, okay. So now the question is, do I want to play out the Geist here, or do I want to go Mind Stone? If I Mind Stone, it's going to let me unlock Tammy the next turn, which I think is a little bit better, especially when the opponent has like a Hissing Quagmire they could just block with anyways. And as you can see, the opponent aggressively killed my Signet, so they know I have Tammy coming. They don't want it to come, apparently. And yeah, looks like we're slamming. Could Flooded Strand get blue encounter? Absolutely, but we're not going to play around that. Let's just go for a tap down on the Quag. Hope they don't have a way to kill the Tamiyo here. They do. They have an Assassin's Trophy, so be it. Let's get blue here since Arid Mesa only gets white now. Okay, so I guess we just play the Geist and hope it goes to victory. Condemn, not the card we want. Let's cycle the Mind Stone at this point. Probably should have fetched first, thin out my deck, but I guess that's negligible. Opponent still hasn't used their Flooded Strand. So I wonder if they're running 3 color, even though we've seen a bunch of green and black. Alright, let's see what white or blue this gets. Wonder if they were in my draft and they took the Flooded Strand. Sacred Foundry, and they're going to pay the life. Okay. Garrick Relentless, that's fine. Alright. The question is now, do I want to just quarantine field Do I want to quarantine field the wolf and just kill Garrick? I could also quarantine field both and attack for 6. Or do I want to just Spell Queller? Or pass with Spell Queller open? I don't think we just want to pass with Spell Queller, because then they get another wolf and it becomes awkward. The real question is here, am I going to quarantine field for 1 to outright kill the Garrick? Or do I want to do it for 2, which means that they could have an enchantment removal spell and get their Garrick back? These are the options, you know? I think we're going to go ahead and just do it for 2. Like, they've already used Abrupt Decay. They've already used Assassin's Trophy. Could they have more enchantment removal? Absolutely. But this puts them on a 3-turn clock, so I kind of like doing this. Golos, all right. I think my best draw is like Teferi. Teferi, bounce the Golos, hold open Spell Queller, attack for 6, something like that. I'm not going to complain about a Muldrifter, though. And we're going to just hardcast. With holding up Force of Negation. Very nice. Okay. Opponent with 1 more land is going to be able to activate that Golos. Right? It's Wooburg and then 2, yeah. But I'm feeling pretty confident in our position. Okay, there's the land. There's land number 7, untapped. Will we see that Golos activation? It definitely feels like it. Good luck, OP. They had 3 lands! Oh, big oof. Yikes. I mean, that's the best possible scenario for us, but that's very awkward for them, obviously. And now here, just attack for 2 in the air. And the question is, do I want to play out the treasure map? I think the answer is yes. It means I don't get to hold up both of these counters, but we still want to find a little bit more business. So I think that's okay. Now, I think I probably would have attacked with the Geist and not played treasure map if they would have gone to 6 on the attack from the Muldrifter. All right, good luck again. Signet, Slime, Search for Tomorrow. Sure. Well, they're going to get to eat my Muldrifter, aren't they? Because I can't counter that. Which means they get back their Garrick as it doesn't cast, it just replays. Okay. Yep. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and eat their Search for Tomorrow. As we definitely want to kill the Garrick next turn, and we might as well eat a spell in the process. I doubt they're going to attack, but they might. Scry end of turn. Stratus Dancer seems like a fine one to keep. And we're going to attack Garrick here instead of letting them potentially get creature value. And I figure this is fine because we still have lethal next turn in the air. 4 from the Angel token, and then the rest from these 2 flyers. 3 from the Stratus and 2 from the Spell Queller. I still get to scry here with the treasure map. I still get to hold up Force of Negation. We only need to force the most relevant of non-creature spells, though. And this does not look like activation of Golos. Okay, I don't get to counter that. Silumgar is pretty nasty. So The question is, do I let them take this on its front side, or do I just flip it so that they can't counter one of my spells now? And I guess the answer to that is, let's scry first and see. And we're drawing cast out, so that's fine. Yeah. So we're going to see that this is a Stratus Dancer, but that's not going to matter. Ooh, they played a reach creature, Stirring Wildwood. Question is here, do I want to condemn this? I'm going to give them a little bit of life here. Like, they gain 5, but I think getting rid of the Golos is fine. Because we wouldn't kill him next turn anyways. So let's draw the cast out. Let's go ahead and cast out the Silumgar. Gives us back our Den Protector, or sorry, our Stratus Dancer. What is this? Murderous Cut, my Spell Queller in response. Oh, so that would give them their blue, and then they... Oh, wait, no, that doesn't matter. Do we care if they cut here and get their Search for Tomorrow? I don't think that matters. Like, sure, if they get an island, they can unflip my Den Protector. Or, I don't know why I keep calling that Den Protector. They can flip my Stratus Dancer, but I don't care about that. And I think we're going to sit. Don't need to attack with the Geist just yet. Granted, that might be the only good option, or a good time that I could attack with it. Farseek is obviously fine. Kadama's Reach, sure. Ramp, ramp, ramp. Ton of ramp from the opponent. Oh, they only had one basic left? That's crazy. So they have a lot of non-basics left in their deck. They can still activate the Stirring Wildwood, so I can't attack into that. I think I'll keep that card. And don't forget, I can still draw cards with Treasure Cove, so I don't have to pitch Force of Negation to Dream Trawler if I need to give it protection. I can also hard cast the Force using Treasure. Jade Light Ranger, that doesn't matter. Not that I can counter that anyways. And they bottomed a bird and bottomed a Mystic, or I guess graveyarded. They only have 10 cards left in their deck. Ooh, okay. This is the last card in their hand. Looks like they're about to pop. Pop something. Nope, maybe not. Maybe JK. Alright, looks like they can't beat the Dream Trawler. What do we get versus the control deck? 5-color control at that. Maybe Moloku could be okay versus them. They're baseline green, though. And I'm going to be on the draw. I might want to bring in Repeal for like one of their mana dorks. That seems fine. I guess the Stratus Dancer didn't seem particularly good. Just countered a bunch of ramp spells. That's okay. Let's cut that. Go to game 2. Game 2 of the first round of this Modern Cube draft, and a very similar hand to our game 1 opening 7 of 6 lands and a 2-mana spell. I'm tempted to keep this because it's a treasure map. This is risky. We know the opponent has discard effects, but I'm going to give this one a shot. And let's go use the Arid Mesa to just immediately go get the Hollowed Fountain. Because otherwise this just ends up getting plains. Okay, just a Dimir Signet, nice. So no hand disruption for my treasure map, but that does mean they have 4 mana next turn. Would I like to scry on upkeep is the biggest question. Suppose it depends on what they play. Starring Wildwood. Into... They do have a Reclamation Sage. Oh boy. Ah boy, howdy, that sucks. Although the good news for us is we've drawn a bunch of spells here. I think let's just Serum Visions. I was going to consider repealing the Dimir Signet before drawing, but looks like the Geist of St. Traft isn't going to do much here, and then let's just play the Colonnade. Duress. Alright, they get to take my Repeal or my Journey. Excuse me. Alright, took the Repeal. They have a Steam Vents. And a Llanowar Elf. Sure. So, do I want to just run out the Mentor? I guess? Nah, I might as well wait. If I wait a turn, then I can Monastery Mentor into Journey. At least get a token if they do have a removal spell immediately. I mean, I said the opponent was 5 color earlier, but it's mainly like two or three colors splashing the extra colors for Golos. Sorin. Yeah, that's a problem. Fortunately, it just revealed a forest. Alright, I think I like Mole Drifting now instead then. Play the Mentor later. Sorin can just kill any of my creatures anyways with the minus ability. As I said, Planeswalkers are going to take over. We'll reveal the Kadama's Reach this time, okay. I mean, I can attack the Sorin pretty low if I want to just activate Colonnade next turn. Got a Plains, and so they have a Forest in their hand. Devoted Druid is fine. A lot of mana, but maybe not too much to do with it. Tamiyo. Also not the worst draw. They just could have like a trophy or something, and it's so awkward. So I think I'm just going to hit Sorin for 2 here. And then play the Monastery Mentor into Journey to Nowhere. Like, it's not a great play, but at least I immediately get some tokens. Three mana instant speed spell. What is this? Oh, maybe it's like Murderous Rider and they tapped wrong. Or Murderous Cut. That's what it is, isn't it? It's Murderous Cut. Choosing the cards to delve. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm just going to eat their Devoted Druid. Ouch, then they hit the trophy. Damn, now they have the trophy in hand for my Colonnade. No attacks, though. Dream Trawler, hey. That seems like a decent hit. Remember, they have Stirring Wildwood available, so I can't actually attack with the Muldrifter here. Did they play their Forest last turn? I don't remember. They did, okay. So they just have Assassin's Trophy and then 1 unknown card. Okay, Chromatic Lantern. I take 3 more from Sorin. Yikes. I think my game play here is to... ooh, that's a good draw. I think I'm going to Tamiyo tap down the Stirring Wildwood, and then I get to attack both at Sorin. What the opponent might do is go for a trophy on my Dream Trawler before attackers to try to tap down the Trawler for a turn. But I think I will discard Condemn if they do that. Sorry, I will force it, not Condemn. And this way, by countering it, I get to still attack with the Dream Trawler. Because I need to make sure I gain life here. I'm pretty low at 5. Okay, go to combat. Let's attack both at Sorin. Get to draw an extra card. I'm going to gain 5 life here. And this is, again, just to make sure that I don't die to the Sorin uptick ability, which is what has been damaging me the last few turns. Unfortunately, it does not kill the Sorin outright, but... Abrupt Decay my token. That happens. I mean, in theory, the opponent could kill me if they Sorin uptick and hit something that costs 5 or more. Okay, they only hit something that cost 2. Phew! Because if they did, they could activate the Shambling Vent as well. So maybe they just activate Shambling Vent here and kill the Tamiyo. And it looks like that's what they're probably going to do. Oh no, they're just going to cast Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Okay, so they're going to leave the Tamiyo alive, it looks like. They have no more cards in hand. They're hitting me for 3, putting me to 5. Not a bad draw. I think I just like drawing 2 cards based on the number of creatures they have that are tapped. That's going to pump up the trawler. Now I can activate the Colonnade. Colonnade and Muldrifter attack Sorin, Dream Trawler at their face. Draw a card. I'm going to gain 7 life here. And making sure that both of these go to Sorin so that even if their bird's blocked one, it would still die. Looks like they chumped the Dream Trawler with the bird, though. And we'll just pass. Get to hold open Cast Down or Condemn, Mana Leak. Alright, all going at Tamiyo, that's fine. We'll let her die. She's not the important card anymore. Garruk Relentless. Okay. I mean, I don't think my Mana Leak is going to get any more utility. And they are going to go ahead and just fight with Garruk. Yeah, I'm going to end of turn Cast Down just to use my mana efficiently and get rid of Garruk. And let's go to Beat Downtown. And let's just pass. Don't need to play out the Teferi yet. Their Stirring Wildwood means that they're not dead next turn unless they just don't block. Oh, they're going to attack with the Wildwood? That can't be right. Can it? Oh, maybe it is. Oh, I guess they can gain 2 life with the Shambling Vent. Sure. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so can I deal 12 damage to them next turn? 4, 8, 9, 10. Yes, the answer is yes, I can. Let's see, 5 mana to activate. 5 mana to activate Colonnade, which means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left over. Teferi is 3. Bounce, Cast Out, Cycle, Mind Stone. So that would be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, maybe I'm 1 short. No, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because Teferi also adds a card. Yes, so we do have lethal next turn. I just take this hit and don't give them any extra life. So let's resolve the Teferi first, make sure that they don't have anything they can do at instant speed. And if they don't, then I get to bounce Cast Out, draw a card, activate Colonnade, cycle Mind Stone, draw a card. Attack is going to pump it up by 1. It's currently 11 damage. And then cycle Cast Out is 12. Beautiful. I think we got him. One card in hand, but again, Teferi means they can't cast anything. GG's. Found the line. All right. And got the first match. We'll see you guys for round 2. All right, here we are for round 2. On the draw with a non-keepable hand. Carrots from the UK. Awesome. Let's go down to 6 here. And that's a 6 we can keep. I think we're going to pitch the Martial Coup. Can't turn 1 cycle this cast out since I don't have a white source untapped, but we do have turn 2 Treasure Mage, or Treasure Map. Oh, okay. Well, now we can go get Hollowed Fountain with that, which is kind of nice. Another green-black opponent. Let's go get our little fountain. Let's play out the treasure map. Abrupt Decay. Man, nobody likes my maps. What do you got, turn 3? Cultivate. All right. Let's see if they're straight green-black or if they have any other goodies. Nope, double forest. So, question is, do I want to compulsive research this turn, or do I want to Serum Visions and potentially Scry cast out? I guess we just want to go the deepest and use the most mana. Efficient. Woof. And I guess I'm going to discard Serum Visions and cast out here. I want to keep the Force and the Condescend since I tapped out. Because we can just counter anything that Serum Visions would... counter anything that cast out would have needed to hit anyways. Including that. And I'm going to pitch the Condescend because I want to be able to FOF next turn. Hate losing a counter, but I think it's necessary. I could just jam Karn now too instead. In fact, I think that might be a little bit better just to get some board presence. And Karn usually finds lands with uptick. Because if you ever see like 1 land in a Karn pile, your opponent's going to give it to you. So unless it was like a 2-spell pile, we were likely to get a land there. Okay, Nissa and Tracker. More forests. Let's go upticking again. Revealing Signet and land. Play the land and pass. They could, in theory, kill my... oh, no, they can't. Never mind. They can't actually kill Karn here with an attack. Because if they play a land, it transformed the Nissa. So they wouldn't be able to pump the Tracker twice without transforming Nissa, funny enough. I do have a Condemn in the deck, so I think it's probably correct to FOF now. We did not hit Condemn, but we hit some goodies for sure. Some definite goodies. I think I like taking the Mentor and the Tammy pile. Sorry, Quarantine Field. It's just, Quarantine Field is a little bit risky versus green-black. It's good, but if they kill it, then I get kind of wrecked. Looks like they didn't pop off the clue. I imagine Arbor Elf is going to go to the graveyard. Ooh, Plow Under. Might not be good enough here, but we'll see if they keep it. Alright, looks like they kept the Plow. And... oh wait, they kept the Plow and then they're shuffling with Solemn? That can't be right. Yeah. Alright, well, they did shuffle away the Plow, but they do get an extra clue, so I guess that's fine. from their perspective. And they had a Signet underneath, so I have a Signet and a land that I can get. So let's just uptick again. Journey to Nowhere and a Plains, sure. Good turn to resolve the Dream Trolley. Harmonize. Oh man, that is a lot of cards. They have access to a lot of cards here. I can't block the tracker with the Dream Trawler, so they can just kill Karn if they would like. Damn, Condemn on that Tireless Tracker that one turn would have been real nice. I mean, I guess I'm probably supposed to attack and kill the Nissa next turn. Yeah, OP. They have 7 cards in their hand again. Mole Drifter's not bad. Let's go to combat first. Attack down the Nissa and see what we draw. Teferi, not shabby. Alright, so Nissa down. 6 cards in their hand. Alright, I think I like kind of playing the Mentor here. Playing the Teferi. And then bouncing Tracker perhaps, making an extra token. Mana leak. 1 mana off. I have to be worried about like a Craterhoof Behemoth or something. Opponent looks like they're a deck that is very capable of having that in it. And I think we're just going to let the Teferi die now. I could double block and leave the Teferi alive, but it doesn't seem good enough. Okay, there's the tracker again. Land, still 6 cards in hand. Kadama's Reach, more land. They can't have that many more lands left in their deck. 8, 9, 10. I guess they can. We haven't seen any non-basics from them, so maybe they're just running like 16 or 17 basics total. Mindstone, yeah. Alright, well I got to survive a turn with Mentor on the battlefield, so I guess let's just Tammy, make some more tokens, tap down their Tireless Tracker, and attack. Could also draw extra cards with the Tamiyo and get in for more with the Dream Trawler, but this seems good enough. I think my best draw here is like Condemn at this point. Martial Coup would have been good with the Teferi still on the battlefield. They'd be able to do it at the end of their turn. Okay. Looks like they're just going to sack a bunch of clues. You got it. Who will draw out first? Opponent's got 9 cards left in their deck. I have 8 cards left in mine. They have access to at least 12 mana. Holy moly. Okay, looks like they're going to draw. They must be digging towards specifically 1 or 2 cards. I have to make sure that I don't end up decking myself. I don't think Dream Trawler is a May. No, whenever it attacks, you have to draw. Garrick Apex Predator. So do I want to like mana leak it just for a token in response? I don't think I'm going to. I might not get another chance at mana leaking, but I'm taking the risk that they have another card that they're going to cast here instead of just sacrificing 2 clues. Yeah, looks like it didn't work out this time. It's tough. I kind of feel like I need to kill their Garrick here. But I'm going to end up overdrawing if I do this. This is tough. So if I'm Mold Drifter, I go down to 5. Attack with Dream Trawler, I go down to 4. I don't think I can do that, can I? I think I need to go face here. Okay, Geist isn't bad. It's 4 damage in the air next turn. Alright, so I might be able to kill them in the air. Alright, sack their Mind Stone. Oh no, sorry, sack a clue. Sack another clue. It's going to be a tight game. Woodland Cemetery, make a clue. That tracker has drawn them so many cards, holy moly. I guess on the pivotal turn, I can always condemn myself to put an extra card on my library. Alright, looks like they used Garrick to kill my Stratus Dancer there. That's fine. I'm going to sack some more. Okay, look for... They're looking for something. Ten cards in their hand. My god. These have been some crazy... This is game 1, isn't it? Or is this game... I don't even remember what game this is now. I think this is game 1. Yeah. Ugin! Oh! That's brutal. That's what they're drawing to. Oh, no. Okay, well, they have to kill me before they deck, I guess. They only have 4 cards left in their deck. Oh, yikes. But they haven't even used... Oh, no, they did use Garrick. They killed the Stratus Dancer immediately. Okay, so they have to kill me before they deck out. That's the game plan here. I wish I had Compulsive Research back. I could make them draw. Oh, I can kill the... No, it's a May draw card on that. Yeah, Ugin -0 just kills all my Martial Coup tokens, too. So what do I have left that I can draw? Let's see. I don't have the cast out anymore. Is it just lands? Do I only have lands left? Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 3 of my 5 cards are land. One of the lands is a Celestial Colonnade, though. 14, oh no, sorry. 2 lands left, because there's 1 exiled as well. Well, I guess it's... No, I guess I should wait. I should martial coup when they get a few more creatures on the battlefield. Remember, Ugin can also just hit me for 3 damage. I should be able to tell what I have left in my deck, though, if I pay close enough attention. Oh, Condemn. Right, I also have Condemn. So Condemn on a token could be very, very relevant because it doesn't add an extra card to their deck. I wonder if they're just holding on to a bunch of removal and they don't actually have many creatures left. Oh, they also have a Plow Under, right? They should have Plow Under in hand. Yeah, so I think next turn I fire off the Martial Coup and kill 3 creatures. Alright, as expected, there's the Plow Under. So now I actually get to cast out the Muldrifter too. Lily, okay, make some more tokens, that's fine. Oh wait, this is not a May, right? Whenever a creature dies, draw a card? Oh, we get to deck them now. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Now they're dead. And I even get to hold up Mana Leak for something random, but that kills them. Nice. Ooh, what a grind. Okay, that was scary. That was terrifying. And I'm pretty sure that was just game 1. So we could bring in Careful Consideration. Could bring in Repeal. Knowing that they have Ugin, I'm probably going to want to hold on to Force of Negation for a little bit longer next time. This looks like a matchup where the Immortal Sun could also be very, very good. And if I could take out the Karn then. I'll leave the Tammy and the Teferi in the deck, even though I have the Immortal Sun, just because they have more powerful Planeswalkers than I do. Stratus Dancer out, it didn't hit much, and then bring in the Careful Consideration. Alright. Okay, we're for game 2 of the second round after that crazy game 1. Boo, turn 1 Noble Hierarch is not what I wanted to see. So hopefully the opponent doesn't come out of the gates a little bit too quickly for me. Turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 Vastwood Seer. I said not too quickly, opponent. While I'm over here dirtling over with nothing. Yeah, I could have used one more removal spell. One more board wipe like Wrath of God would have been nice. I'm going to take 3 here from the Exalted. Wow, into Harmonize? Jeez. So I think I am just going to pass here and activate Treasure Map plus hold up the Mana Leak. Wouldn't mind drawing Condemn for that Nissa or something. Yeah, definitely going to counter Archive We know they have way too many expensive spells. I don't really want to ramp them into it. Or let them ramp into it, I should say. Careful consideration. I'm going to bottom that. Draw naturally for the turn. I think I'm going to Geist here. This is going to force them to play a bigger creature. And then I can scry and then scry again. Get a Dream Trawler online rather quickly. But they could Ugin next turn. I'll keep a land on top. I could Dream Trawler here if I wanted. But I think flipping map and then using Fact or Fiction is a better play. If I also pass here, they might consider not running a big Planeswalker into a counterspell. Okay, we'll just let the Solemn Resolve. And they can attack me for 1 if they want. Don't think I need to go dig for Condemn here first. Let's just wait until they pass to end of turn, make sure they don't have anything else. That hand is, or those 5 cards are pretty anemic. We're just going to take whatever pile's bigger here. So yeah, 2 lands and Mind Stone looks great. And then flip our map. Bottom that land. There's the Condemn. I guess now we go Mentor into Mind Stone. I don't want to run out the Dream Trawler until after they go for something big. Specifically Ugin. Or before I can draw my Force of Negation. This could be Garrick. Alright, so see if we can find the Force. Go ahead and pop the Mind Stone. And Monastery Mentor is probably going to get the kill. That's fine. So I guess Quarantine Field and then attack Garrick and kill it is good. I want to kill the Garrick outright. Again, I don't want to put it under the Quarantine Field and then kill the Quarantine Field later on. So this is good. Still holding up Spell Queller here, or if they don't cast something that Spell Queller counters, we can just draw a card with one of the treasures. Six, 7, 8. This looks like the Ugin. Let's see. We're probably going to uptick on the Monk is my guess, which puts Ugin at 9. How do I beat that? I guess I need to try to draw the Force of Negation exactly. Okay, that works. I guess that works. Oh, are they going to -2? Looks like they're going to -2. Oh, I didn't think they were going to do that. Because then I would have been able to run out the Spell Queller and attack Ugin instead. But this is fine. So now that they've done this, I actually get to Dream Trawl. Because they cannot Ugin -5 on the Dream Trawler. And then we can just attack and kill it. That means I don't have to use Cast Out. And potentially have them kill the enchantment and then get Ugin back immediately. So yeah, I'll take 3, go to 9. Good attack. This is just to draw an extra card, and we're going ahead and gonna block. So let's save the treasure for our turn so that we can pump up the Dream Trawler for a little bit more. Garrick's kind of annoying. Actually, you know what? Liliana might have gotten me. Liliana, both players sack a creature, would have gotten me if they had had it. Luckily, they didn't. Okay. So, let's go ahead and compulsive here. Discarding. Well, we're not going to need the Mole Drifter anymore. And I guess I don't need the Spell Queller. Okay, let's attack and kill the Ugin. Actually, I guess I want to do this. Teferi. I should have done this beforehand. I'm missing out on 1 damage from the Dream Trawler. I guess 1 life, technically, not 1 damage. And now we're holding open Condemn on their Noble Hierarch so that my Teferi doesn't die, and holding up Force of Negation. Okay, make a token, that's okay. So I guess it's Liliana now, the only card we really have to worry about. Kill my clue, or treasure, sure. They didn't kill Teferi. I'm confused. I'm confused. All right, 9 cards left in deck. Let's play the land. Tammy. Tap down the beast. Hit him for 5. Draw an extra card. And we'll put him on a 2-turn clock after this turn with Colonnade activation plus Dream Trawler attacks. Hierarch is fine. Could have cast an end of turn Martial Coup there as well. Actually, can I kill him this turn? Let's see. That's 5, 6, 10, 14. Yeah, we kill him this turn. Right? 5, 6, yeah, this should be a win this turn. Once again, Dream Trawler does the job. I count 14 exactly. Woof. Another grindy game, but looks like we're going to pull that one off. First streamer I've lost to. And there we go. 2-0-4-0. Let's see if we can pull off a nice 3-0 trophy with this sweet blue-white control deck. And here we are for the third and final round of this modern cube draft. Once again on the draw, and once again gonna have to mulligan. Seems like a common theme here. It looks like an okay 6. I'm gonna go ahead and pitch the Stratus Dancer. It just hasn't been very good. Turn 1 Sacred Foundry, sure. Well, this is not the hand we really wanted to see. But hopefully we can get there. Naya deck, okay. So the question is, do I want to just run out Monastery Mentor on turn 3? Probably not. Looks like opponent's just drawing and passing, though. That's pretty good for us. Okay, well, now that I've drawn the Force of Negation, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. Huntmaster. Well, I can't actually counter that, so that's unfortunate. And you know what they can do? What they can do is just pass their turn next turn and kill the Monastery Mentor, which is kind of unfortunate. And I do need to cast a spell here so that it doesn't transform immediately. Serum Visions, okay. Not a bad hit. And we don't need that, and we don't need that. Could actually consider attacking for 3 here as well. And the reason I do this is because they can just pass the turn and kill my Monastery Mentor. So we want to trade with the Mentor right now while we can, while they don't get a free eat. I think that was a good trade. No blocks. Wow, and they didn't play anything? That's a huge mistake from them then. Or that feels like a huge mistake from them. Because now I get to play Tammy. I'm going to go ahead and tap down their Wolf here instead of one of their lands. And I still get to hold up Force of Negation, and then next turn I get to jam the Dream Trawler. This seems very good. Oh, am I getting blown out by something? Ah, Restoration Angel. Okay. So that's why they didn't pump then. Interesting. They don't get to kill the Tammy unless they find a burn spell for 2 or something, and I don't think I would force. They are tapping very fast. The Immortal Sun. Alright, that we'll go ahead and force. Tap the Resto Angel here. And play our little friend Trolley. If they attack with the Wolf, I'm going to be concerned, but probably end up blocking. I still need to find a little bit of action here, but hopefully the Dream Trawler drawing me 2 cards a turn can do the trick. I'm a little bit worried that the opponent might have like a Kiki Jiki, because they're running red and they have Restoration Angel. Oh, okay, if they have Kiki Jiki, I'm literally just dead. Acidic Slime. Okay, that doesn't matter. They can kill my Glacial Fortress, no problem. Dream Trawler's going to have to do some heavy lifting here. Spell Queller. Okay. I mean, with them having Gavany Township, it might actually just be right to draw a card with Tamiyo right now and get an extra life. I think it is. Let's draw a card based off of their Restoration Angel. Foff is not terrible. Now remember, Fact or Fiction is not drawing cards, though. So it's not going to pump the Dream Trawler. And now we can hold up Foff or Spell Queller, depending. We'll see if they start pumping up with Gavany Township. All right, face, Tammy. Yep, so we'll just take the hit. Destroy all non-giant creatures. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I don't think that's actually that bad for us. Not in the slightest. Like, we have so much card draw and filtering now. And they had to, like, 3-for-1 themselves to get rid of my Dream Trawler there. I don't know. Yeah, let's take the card draw pile, and then we'll go ahead and upkeep Scry. We know we have 2 lands on the bottom of our deck, one of them being that Hollowed Fountain. Karn looks pretty good here. Oh, that is... I accidentally clicked on the wrong one. I meant to make a token instead of minusing 1. Whoopsies. Small little mistake. Awkward. That's what I get for clicking on my Planeswalker ability too quickly. But yeah, anyways, I was going to make some tokens here because with the treasure map about to transform, we're going to have a ton of artifacts on the battlefield in a few turns. Alright, they're going to cast out my Karn, I guess, or my treasure map. This is an interesting choice. Sure. Well, that doesn't really matter. I mean, I can cast out their cast out if I want. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go get that Hollowed Fountain, though, while we still can. And I am not going to upkeep Scry. I'm just going to draw naturally. That way, I'd be able to cast out plus Spell Queller. But it looks like we drew the land anyways. And now we'll correctly make the token like I meant to. And pass with Spell Queller open. Green-white, what is this? This is a way to... Target player sacrifice an enchantment, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Alright, good enough. That would make me sack my cast out, which we don't want to do. Looks like they're probably just going to play their giant here. We don't care about that. You need to tap another white source for that. Oh, a Hornet Queen! I lied. Okay. That's a lot of bees. Let's scry, bottom, and then upkeep scry. I guess we're looking for what, Martial Coup at this point? Damn, with Gavany Township, that's actually going to kill me very, very quickly. So let's bottom that. And let's lead off with Compulsive, I guess. There's the Martial Coup. Nice. And I do want to keep the Colonnade, right? I can just pitch the Geist and the Condescend here, I think. I mean, they get to kill my Karn here. We really want them to just cast out their Realm Cloak Giant next turn. Okay, that's fine. Yep, we'll let the Karn die. So it looks like they are going to go ahead and probably hope to Gavany Township here. Not going to attack first, because if I attack first, it unlocks their Dromoka command, which we don't want to do. I think their Dromoka's command actually has to fizzle. Oh, never mind. Right, because I'm going to... So they can choose to put a 1/1 counter on one of my soldiers and then cast out the soldier, I guess. But sure. And this is why we kept the Colonnade, though, because the Colonnade's going to be really good. Especially if their game plan was just to Gavany there. Now they're going to have to, like, cast out the Realm Cloaked, and I just kill them in 2 turns. Yep, good. That's exactly what we wanted them to do. That was actually an awkward draw. We don't want to bounce the Realm Cloak Giant. Because we just have lethal next turn. So we can go land. Is there any way I can die to a burn spell with a cloak, the Realm Cloaked attack? I don't think so. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So even if they have a Banefire, they wouldn't be able to get me from 20. Okay. Whew. One more game, baby. One more game. Realm Cloak Giant is a weird card in their deck. Looks like Repeal might be okay. I'm going to take out the Karn since they're running... Since they're running the Immortal Sun. I don't think I need to make too many other changes here. Yeah, I think we'll just submit it like this. And immediately go to Game 2 here. Game 2 of the finals. We are currently 5-0 in games. And a fitting theme in most of these games has been the fact that Mulligan is very common. I could actually consider keeping this because I can cycle the cast out, but I think it's just safer to go down to 6. And yeah, we'll keep this 6, but it's very slow. We're hoping that I just can draw a land to Mole Drifter on turn 3. Alright, so let's lead with Mesa and go get our Hollowed Fountain. The only punish there is if I draw a 2-mana spell that I want to cast, because then I don't get to Colonnade to do so. Aha, I see. Opponent kept a land light hand with a bunch of artifacts. Sure. Alright, I'm going to pass here instead of Mole Drifter, so I can instead Condescend for 2 on whatever they cast here. And bottom, just looking for land. Don't think we have any artifact destruction, right? No. Would have brought it in, probably. Come on, opponent, let's go. You're not doing anything over there. Did find the land, very nice. And I'm just going to Mole Drifter this turn. We want to make sure we hit our 5th land and our 6th land. Like Tamiyo into Dream Trawler is pretty nice here. Uh-oh. And we condescended 2 non-lands to the bottom as well. Well, hopefully we can find some. The quarantine field that I scryed to the bottom with our mulligan came back with the Arid Mesa Shuffle. Zealous Conscripts, that's fine. They should be targeting their Coalition Relic, but they got paid off here by taking my land. Alright, I'm just going to eat their Coalition Relic here. But they totally should have targeted their Coalition Relic with Zealous Conscripts if they weren't doing anything with the 1 mana anyways. Unless they were specifically playing around Condemn. But I don't think we cast Condemn game 1, did we? Anyway. Okay, come on, opponent. What are you doing over here, man? They did show us Dromoka's Command, which can deal with enchantments, but this is fine. If they don't play a land here, okay, well they did. I was gonna say if they don't play a land here and I draw a land, I'm probably gonna Tamiyo down their Gruul Signet to take them off of colors. And unfortunately, I think I just main phase Foff now. Be pretty sad if they had a Mana Tithe, but I need to find lands. There we go. They might go lands versus spells. I would absolutely take 2 lands and a Force Negation. That would be great. What on earth? That was a very good pile for me. What on earth just happened? Okay, sure, they get back their Coalition Relic. So I'm going to have to discard. I'm going to discard Stratus Dancer and I guess a land now. Don't do it. Don't kiki-jiki me. All right. They did have kiki-jiki. Interesting. Ugh. So if you're wondering what happened there, kiki-jiki with Zealous Conscripts goes infinite. They make a token of Zealous Conscripts, which then untaps the kiki-jiki, and so they have infinite 3/3 haste creatures. But game 3 of the finals, we are on the play. We have a great looking hand. Turn 1 Serum Visions, turn 2 Mind Stone, turn 3 Foth. We saved the best hand for the very last game. This is going to be the difference between a trophy and a 2-1 poo-poo. Let's go, baby. Let's bottom the Martial Coup. I think I'm actually going to bottom the Compulsive Research too, since we have Foth. No plays from the opponent. Good draw from us. I guess Force of Negation doesn't interact with their kiki-jiki combo, though, which is annoying. I think if they jam Coalition Relic there, I would Force of Negation. 4 lands and an Orzhov Signet. Huh. I guess I take whatever pile has 3 in it. Yeah, take whatever pile has 3. They're still missing green. All right. Well, now we get to jam our lovely little trolley and say, good luck, OP. Your move. Still missing green, they are. Do you have Wrath? They do, and I don't have a blue card in my hand. Oh, that sucks. I guess I'm going to sack the Mind Stone and pass after this. Boo, that though. That's that's too bad. That would have just won the game, and that's our best way to win the game too. Darn it. I wonder if I'm supposed to just flash out the Spell Queller if they pass again. It feels like it might actually be right. Just to start hitting them for a little bit of damage. I wonder if that's a mistake on my part to have played out the Dream Trawler without Force of Negation, knowing that they had Realm Cloak Giant in their deck. Might very well have been. Well, that's a good draw. That's a very good draw. Found a better win con, ladies and gentlemen. It's called the Monastery Mentor. And between Condescend and Force of Negation, I'm feeling pretty confident. Coalition Relic. That's going to go ahead and eat a Force of Negation. They need green, and this just hastens the clock. Okay, let's attack. Might be some merit to throwing off like a Martial Coup for 1 or 2 there. That unlocks green for them as well, but I'm going to let that resolve. And then maybe Condescend whatever they play here, unless it's a creature. And if it's not, then we can always just Yeah, fire off a little baby quarantine field. No problem. See their Huntmaster and their Signet. Don't need to eat the wolf. We care more about their green source. Might win next turn depending on what they go for here. Yeah, counter that unless they pay 2, and I think that'll be lethal. And that'll also do the trick. 2, 4, 6. So now we can Tammy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tap down their only untapped source. And then fire off a Martial Coup just for some creatures, which will pump up our team. Bingo, bango, bongo. Woof! And we did it, ladies and gentlemen. A very lovely 3-0. We did lose one game, but that feels good. I don't cherry pick these drafts, so if I ever go like 0-3, that's how it goes. But it feels good to record a draft and go 3-0 with some very grindy games there. Man, this is almost a 2-hour-long video. Hopefully you guys can stand it, but nice little blue-white deck here in the Modern Cube draft, which is now available on Magic Online. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. There will be more Modern Cube coming up. And then soon enough, with Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths, in full preview season, we're going to have Ikoria up to draft as well. So Modern Cube for the foreseeable future until Ikoria drops, and then we will have some of the new set. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out all of my content here on the Card Kingdom YouTube channel. Plenty of drafts. I draft every week. And of course, you can always catch me at twitch.tv/Numot the Nummy. This is Kenji, signing out.